Hi guys, this is Angel here again. So today we're going to be starting our Chris Uphues inspired hearts, and we're going to be drawing some hearts that convey an emotion. And an emotion is a feeling that you get by when you look at something. So we're going to give our hearts kind of a cartoon feel, and today we're just going to go step by step. So the first thing you're going to want is you're obviously going to need a piece of paper and a pencil. Remember that I always use a Sharpie because it's easier for you to see. But we're going to practice making hearts over our paper, and some of them are going to overlap. So the very first thing we want to do, and maybe you want to practice this on a scrap sheet of paper, is you want to practice making a heart if you don't already know how. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make two curved lines. And then you're going to want to make a V. Bring it down. Bring it down. So you can practice that a couple different times on your paper. Or if you already know what you're doing, you can wait for the next step. But if you're not sure, you just want to make two curved lines that connect. And then a V. And again, you want to just practice doing those different sizes. Again, if you don't know how to make a heart. Now, none of these overlapped, so when we go to do our actual project, we are going to be either using our paper this way or this way. So again, either it's horizontal, long ways, or vertical, completely up to you. But what we're going to want to do now is, after we know how to do our hearts, we want to start making our hearts on the paper. So again, I'm going to make some really big hearts, and I'm gonna have some smaller hearts, and some are gonna overlap each other or go behind. So I might do one back here, and one would go like this. And your job today is to fill the paper with about 6 to 7 hearts. I don't want to see anything less than 5, because then we're really not filling up that paper. And again, we can have some smaller ones. And then we might have, there's some that are kind of going off the paper. But again, you just want to fill up those spaces. And in order to put the faces on the hearts, you do need a couple of big ones. So I have 6 here, and I think that works for me. So next we're going to move on to making the faces. And I have attached a worksheet from an amazing art teacher. Her name's Cassie Stevens. And there are samples of eyes and mouths that you guys can use. And again, Chris Uphues, again, is a street artist, and he has lots of paintings on walls. He currently lives in Chicago. And again, he does very, very bright colored hearts, and they have these cute little faces. So I'm going to start by just making some eyes kind of like this. And the more cartoony, the better. And just think of emojis and how kind of silly they are. And again, they're pretty simple. And you want all of them to have a different face. Some might be a lot simpler than others. Some might not be. Some might be kind of silly. And I'm coloring it in with black Sharpie because, again, it just makes it look like it's darker. But if you don't have a marker at home, don't worry. You guys can use crayons, colored pencils. But you are going to want to find a dark colored pencil, crayon, or marker to trace everything, just because it really makes it pop. Now, I'm going to go a little faster and keep designing my hearts. So now that I've added the faces on my hearts, we are gonna move to doing a few more things in the background. So now in the background, we have these white spaces. I'm just going to add a couple of lines kind of coming out of a few of the hearts, kind of in the background. And then maybe, drawing a couple to connect another one. And then and again, it just gives it a little bit like just fun, like a rainbow feel, which these hearts just kind of make me happy, and it's just kind of fun. And again, remember that when you are doing your faces, that we are going to keep it funny, and they can be silly, but they're like happy and they're conveying emotion. And we're starting off a new year, and so this is going to be awesome. So I just did a couple of those in the background to give it a little something more when I go to color. So after you have your faces and everything and your hearts traced with a black crayon, black colored pencil, or black marker, is when you can do the coloring part. And you're gonna wanna divide it up by the warm colors and the cool colors. So we remember that the warm colors are reds, yellows, oranges, pinks. They're the lighter colors, think of being by a fire. And the cool colors are blues, purples, greens, and think of being cold. And you can use whatever coloring material you have at home. So it could be, again, crayons, colored pencils, markers. It could be paint. Again, whatever you have on hand at home. So now that I've gone through my crayons, and that's what I'm going to use, I have sorted out cool colors, which again are greens, purples, and blues. And then the warm colors, which are reds, yellows, pinks, and oranges. So those are my two sets of colors. So now we're going to get to the coloring part. All right, so I'm going to get started, and I'm going to start by picking one color for my heart. And I'm just going to color that in. So I'm going to use kind of like a fuchsia. And again, this is, if you don't have markers and you only have crayons, this works. You just color it all in one color. And then you can color in the tongue, or if you have eyeballs, you can do different colors. So I just took a lighter pink and I'm going to color that in. And I'm going to show you this in fast motion. Now that I've colored in all my hearts, is where you're gonna choose either cool colors for your little rainbows or warm colors. So for example, I'm gonna choose two warm colors. So I'm gonna use, I'd say, an orange and this pink. And I'm gonna color these in here, these little stripes. And then I'm gonna choose, actually, you know what, I might do a different, like a more of a pink. Then over here, I might do another set of warm colors, but then here I might do some cool colors, but I don't wanna choose either one of these colors. So I wanna make sure if I'm gonna do cool colors, I'm gonna pick a color that is not the green or the purple that I used. So I'm choosing a blue. And I will choose a different blue. And then up here, I will choose Again, warm. I'm gonna do some warm colors up here. I don't have to worry about what colors I choose because neither one of these are a warm color. And then over here, I might choose cool colors. And then again, I'm gonna put it on fast forward so I can show you what it looks like when it's done. So once you're done, you're gonna decide if you wanna use a dark color or you wanna color these all in different colors. For example, maybe you wanna do like a yellow here, or over here you wanna do a pink. You can do them all kinds of different colors. I chose to use black, and I'm just gonna color in these empty spaces all with the black crayon to make it really pop out. All right, so here is my finished project of my Chris Uphues inspired hearts that have overlapping and emotion. And I hope you had fun, and I can't wait to see what you've created.